Hi, again, it's super dark in here. Welcome back to Smirking Gun. This is the review of Season 6, Episode 14, which is uh, twice as far. I watched it last night, but it's still pretty fresh in my mind because it was a really good episode. Different, but really good. A lot of interesting things happen that are from the comics, sort of. Pushing the story towards the season finale. Um, Spoilers all the way through, so if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. This episode starts out with them just going about their day, checking inventory, doing patrols, watching the gate. Morgan doing Morgan whipping around his stick, and Carol sitting on the porch smoking smokes and rubbing her cross. That sounded bad. So the first time it happened, I was like, all right. Then when it did it again, I thought maybe when I bought it on Amazon there was some sort of glitch, but no, they do it like 3 times. Each time they're all kind of doing the same version of the thing they did before. Except one of the times Carol comes up to Daryl and talks to him about how he got his bike back, and when he discussed Dwight in the burnt forest, and he was like, well, you tried to save him, that's who you are, and Daryl just says, no, I should have killed him. That's what I should have done. And now that Carol's been questioning her choices, because Daryl asks her, what did the people that had you and Maggie do to you, and she says nothing. So basically she must be feeling like, I killed these people for nothing. So then we get to Denise and Daryl and Rosita, going out to this possible pharmacy to find supplies. And Abraham and Eugene are going to find this building. So that becomes kind of the main backbone of the story. I was kind of feeling like they were going to add a few things, but they didn't. So Abraham and Eugene find this building where Eugene tells him, I can build I can create ammunition for us, because ammunition is like the new commodity right now. I mean, if Hilltop doesn't have bullets and we're running out. So if we ever need any, to get into a scrap, we don't want to be out of bullets. Can't, using knives against zombies and stuff is okay, pipes, things like that, but somebody has bullets on you, they're just going to blow you away. And they get into an argument because Eugene attempts to kill a walker, and he called dibs, and he's mad that Abraham hasn't acknowledged that he's changed. A little bit on Eugene's, I'm a little bit on both sides, because Abraham has every reason to be like still pissed at this guy. He should get, because if you think about how far they went over this lie, and people that died along the way for this lie, just so that Eugene could live. He just wanted to survive, so he did what he had to. That's one of those questions that are about the show. Like, he did what he had to. Was it right? Ooh, I don't. That's But Eugene has changed, kind of like Father Gabriel. Do we like them still that much? They're growing on us, I guess, maybe. So they, basically Eugene tells him that he doesn't need the services of Abraham anymore. They get in a fight. Abraham goes, well, you can find your own way home. For the Daryl and Denise and Rosita storyline, they're going to get to the apothecary. And, you can just tell, like, Denise is been behind the walls of Alexandria way too long. She has no experience, but this is her time. She wants to go out and prove that she can do something for the group, and that she's capable. But I can, you can just kind of tell where this is going. That, she's too afraid. She can't handle things. They get to the pharmacy. She finds a walker. She loses her lunch, busts things over. She's being loud. They tell her, what the hell are you doing? So she goes out into the, sidewalk and starts trying not to cry. And they leave. They told her she did a good job finding the place, and then they take the tracks back that Daryl didn't want to take, but now he's taking them because the way they got there was twice as far. But he's willing to go back down the tracks to be like a little more go along with everybody else's decision. Where Denise finds a card with a cooler in it, and they tell her it's not worth it. But she goes and does it anyway, almost gets herself killed, screaming, yelling. And in the cooler, after she kills the walker finally, and she feels all good about herself, she finds the orange soda that she was supposed to get for Tara. And they tell her, how stupid she was being, how can, you're going to get yourself killed. And Denise is like, you got to take chances. You guys are too busy being afraid. I wanted Daryl to come because you make me feel safe. Rosita, you're coming because you are alone for the first time in your life. And while she's going on this tirade, calling them out, an arrow goes straight through her eye from behind. She kind of finishes her, brain speech and falls over after, the brain catches up with the mouth, or the mouth catches up with the brain, however it works. She falls over dead, and Dwight and his group, come out. Dwight's been burned. If you know that from the comics, it's because, spoiler alert again, Negan likes to burn people with irons when they disobey him or whatever. They have a showdown, and they've got Eugene with a gun to his head. They have to put their guns down, or they'll blow Eugene's head off. And they want to go to Alexandria and basically have the run of the place. Well, Eugene sees Abraham. You kind of don't know what he's doing, because he goes, "Why don't you kill our friend first? Because he's the one, he's an A1 asshole and deserves it more than we do." So they go to check it out, and right at the right moment, Eugene turns and bites Dwight right in the dick. I mean, he's holding on like a pit bull. And I do believe that happens in the comics, and I do believe it is Eugene. Really quickly, in this episode, the person who takes the arrow through the head in the comics is Abraham. And he has the same thing where he kind of keeps talking for a minute and then dies. And it's doing the ammunition. So they kind of did a trick on you. They flipped it. And even though this means they're without a doctor, I'm glad Abraham's still alive, because when Negan comes, they definitely need a big soldier. Going on though, they start firing, and Dwight's team retreats. They shoot Eugene in the gut. They take him back to Alexandria. He's okay. Eugene and Abraham are okay. You then find out that Carol's left. She leaves a note saying that she has to leave because she can't kill anymore, basically. I can't stay here because people are going to come, and they're always going to come, or we're going to have to kill them, and I can't do it. I shouldn't stay here if I can't kill anymore. It's a really... I don't know how I feel about that part of that episode. I just don't know if she would have gone that far that quickly and just left. One little thing I missed is when Rick talks to Morgan about the cell earlier, like why, and Morgan's like, so we have options, kind of foreshadowing a little bit. So this episode, Denise was a nice character, and the actress who played her, Merritt Weaver, is good. It's just, I'm glad it wasn't Abraham that took the arrow. That's all I can say. They need a doctor. Somebody patched Eugene up, but I'm just glad it wasn't Abraham. I'm just going to say it. It's not a sexist thing. He's just a better character. Denise dies in the comics anyway. Spoiler. Ugh. So, I will give this a 9 out of 10. Only reason not a 10 out of 10 is because it was just a little bit slower. It was really good, but just, even with Denise getting killed, and which the way they did it was so fantastic. And the showdown with Dwight was pretty cool too, and Eugene biting him in the cock. But I'll give this an episode of 9 out of 10. I'm going to finish this up. I'm looking forward to next week's episode, East, where it looks like Daryl goes after Carol. And I'm wondering if in the picture of a larger world poster that they have, they show Morgan on horseback. And I'm wondering if it's in this episode or in the next episode, where he's either at Hilltop, where they don't have as much violence going on, or if he's looking for Carol. We'll find out. anyway, so tune in for that next week. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I've got like no subscribers, hardly any likes, and hardly any views, but whatever. Maybe you guys are just slow at noticing. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just starting to get a little whiny. Alright, so anyway, come back to Smirking Gun anytime. We have new videos for The Big Short and Steve Jobs I did, so yeah, check them out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.